Hello everyone, I'm Santiago and today I'm gonna be testing Alan Wake 2 once again on the Steam Deck with the performance update. So I'm launching this game using the Heroic Games launcher because it's on the Epic Games Store. And when hitting play in the past, at least on release, it was impossible for me to get anything. The game just crashed on to the desktop. And well, at the beginning, you guys told me it was because of the 4 gigabytes of VRAM assigned on the BIOS. Well, now the game launches despite this. So if you put this command, this message won't show up anymore. And for some reason, the game thinks I have a hard drive, not an SSD. I'm on an NVMe drive, so don't worry. And the game just lets you on, and you can enter. Welcome to Alan Wake 2's options menu. In this case, I'm going to try 600p, so it matches the entire screen, with performance FSR2, so 300p. And we're using the low preset, which includes some stuff turned on, but yeah, it doesn't make much of a difference really, the lowest versus the low preset. So let's get into it. Remember, the resolution is super low. And well, we're getting now 30 FPS, but if we look into certain places in the forest, well, you can see what happens. It's pretty dark in here. So does it work? Yes. Would I play like this? No, probably not. I mean, the resolution is already pretty low. I'm kind of shocked that the game actually still looks like Alan Wake 2 despite the lower resolution. But even if I push the settings to the absolute lowest instead of low, I still had this performance. So is it an improvement from the videos that I watched from when the game released? Yes, now you don't need some random stuff to make it work. That was to put the VRAM buffer at 256 megs. That's no longer necessary. But the forest is basically a nightmare. Let's switch to Alan Wake. Alan Wake is in a city, so should be less demanding. Okay, so now we're at Alan, we're in the city, and as you can see here, it's way more stable. But still, I mean, it's so pixelated. It's 300p, I think. So yeah, it's an improvement, but it's not good enough, I would say. Although, even if you lower the resolution further or drop the settings below the low preset, you're still going to get similar numbers to this, so yeah. The forest is 20 to 30, and this, the city, is closer to 30. So yeah, you might even be able to slightly crank up the resolution instead of 300p, 400p. And as you can see, it's a barely a difference in performance here. So for the city is fine, for the forest, not so much. So let's swap it to handheld so you see how it looks, at least on the smaller screen. Alright guys, welcome back, now in handheld. And on the smaller screen, at least with the resolution increase to 400p instead of 300p, it's looking pretty good actually. It's a pretty soft game by itself, but I'll probably lock it to 30 FPS. So yeah, outside, as you can see in the city is fine, but we're going to go back to Saga, which is the forest. Oh well, how to say, the forest is the demanding area, so we're now in the forest, and as you can see, well, if I look at certain spots, it'll drop below 30 very easily. And again, it doesn't matter if I lower the resolution, it still happens. That's a big problem. Not sure if it's a big improvement, because again, I couldn't launch the game before on Steam Deck without doing some tricks, like lowering the VRAM to what, like 256 megs on the BIOS. So I didn't even bother. but I mean, it works. At 400p on the smaller screen is fine-ish. It still looks like Alan Wake, I don't need to squint. And well, what to say? Still not good enough, which was going to be obvious. I mean, I'll probably have more faith if you play this on a Rogue Ally or a Legion Go. And this is another forested area, the very start of the game. And here it's pretty obvious that we're not reaching anywhere close to 30.
I think I hear someone.
So lowering the settings, lowering the resolution, maybe you go to 25 FPS, and there's some glitches on the ground. So yeah, would I recommend it? Not on the Steam Deck, maybe on the Rogue Ally or the Legion Go, if you have that. I haven't tried it on those because I don't own them. But especially here in these forested areas, it's an issue. On the Alan Wake sections, it seems to be fine though, which is pretty surprising. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see ya next time. Bye guys.